I like to take it up to where the shoulder of the jar is, because if you're checking for how lively it is, you can see the bubbles come up the side, and when they hit the curve, you can see them a lot easier.
That's good.
So that's what you do, and then just put a lid on loosely, because this can get pressurized pretty quickly, and with a jar this big and this thin,
Yeah.
it'll blow up like
Fast.
nothing. So make sure that that lid is loose. Put it somewhere dark, room temperature, for about 24 hours. As I should say, as little as 12 hours. I've done hurry up ginger beer in a total time of 24 hours, but it typically takes about 48 to 72. So this is the first stage of fermentation, the way I do it. The second stage, we're going to pretend this is that. For the second stage, I like to filter out the bits, because I don't like that in the back of my throat when I'm drinking it. So I've got, this is like a yogurt cheese filter, just a really fine screen filter, and then I use a coarse strainer above that to keep that from clogging so fast. So I just put that over a pitcher, dump half of this in. It doesn't go that fast. Then take one of my fill bottles, actually both of them. Yeah, my counter looks like this too.
The whole house looks like
Stuff goes everywhere. Funnel. Just to make sure that everything's distributed well, I kind of leapfrog them when I fill them. So I'll fill one up, fill the next one up,
nice.
pass the first one,
Nice, nice, nice.
first one pass the second one. Not rocket science, so you don't got to get too precise with it, but just to make sure that if there's been, you know, heavier, sugary stuff at the bottom and lighter at the top, that it kind of gets mixed. Do the same thing with the second half. Filter, fill, even up the bottles. Same thing if you're using smaller swing tops or something like that. Just get them all even so they all have the same amount in them. Then when you got them filled up, then top it to within about an inch of the top. You want to leave the head space for it to foam up when it opens, otherwise you get the stuff everywhere. Also, you know, a little extra compression area, as Monica mentioned in her presentation. So it helps with that. The plastic bottles will take a lot of pressure.
Yes, they will.
Without breaking.
Certainly will.
That's a wonderful thing. So, okay, now you've got your stuff in the bottles. Cap them tightly, because you don't want the gases to escape now. You want it to pressurize so you get your carbonation. Put it back in the dark place with the room temperature, and then just start checking it. Check it at 12 hours or so. Check it, you know, when you get up. Check it when you go to bed, whatever. And what you're doing is you're trying to depress that bottle and see if it's pressurized or not. And you can all come up here afterwards and feel that and see how much pressure I've got in this after about probably 30 hours in the bottle, something like that. It's pretty hard. It's not as hard as I've done, but it's pretty hard. So anyway, as soon as it's nice and hard,
Right.
put it in the refrigerator, because
Right.
otherwise it just keeps going. Yeah, exactly.
Then drink it.
And drink it.
If you want something that's less sugary, less sweet, you let it go in the primary fermenter longer. You can let it go for 2 days, or for a week, or for 2 weeks. And I've taken, you know, like the leftovers that I've had in the fridge for like a month or something like that, if I've been a long time between batches, and I'll pour off just a little bit to taste before I inoculate the next batch and try that. It's very dry. It's delicious. It's like champagne. So yeah, at any kind of sweetness level, it's really, really tasty stuff. And that's basically all I do.
Thank you.
Wow. Awesome. Woo. Any questions? I know we kind of asked as we went along, but
I'm just curious, is there a sparkling that's not alcohol that develops? That there's no alcohol in the...
There is some alcohol in it. And anytime you have lacto fermentation, I believe you have a certain amount of alcohol being developed. It's just a byproduct of their digestion. But the amount of alcohol is related to the sugar content the fermentation time, probably the temperature to some degree. I've read that if I were to leave this in the bottle and let it go, the lactobacillus would kill itself at somewhere between a 5 and 6% alcohol level. So it would reach a toxic, its own alcohol toxicity level at that point.
Weird.
So, but you know, that would take months and months, just like it would if you were making wine.
Right. Out of the fridge.
I'm sorry?
Out of the fridge.
Out of the fridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In the fridge, it slows way down.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So,
Can't wait to try some.
Yeah.
well, let's do it.
We
Do
bring
we
it on down.
do we have
Yep.
cups?
I brought. Yeah, there's good thinking.
No, that's okay. No, good. All right. Well, gosh, I don't know about you guys, but I'm hungry.
Let's go.
So make sure your food's spread out inside the tent, whatever you brought to share, and hopefully the grills are ready for you if you're using that.